What's up, Movie Schmoedown fans? It's me again. I'm back, trying to catch up on the matches I've missed out on from before the Collision. I just finished watching the Collision, the main event of the Collision, and now I'm trying to just work my way up the ladder of the Schmoedown matches that I've missed out on. And the next one that I will be watching is John Hoey versus Nicki Dimalanta. Why did they change his name to Johnny Hoey? That's confusing. But in any case, this is a shirt I don't really get to wear very often. The Usual Suspects. I kind of happen to root for the people playing against the Suspects. However, this time, I'm on the side of Nicki Dimalanta. She's married to the current Star Wars champion, and yes, I did watch the Collision, so he's still the champion. He's married to a quirky merc, and that is good enough for me. But, yeah, a lot of people have been talking about her. A lot of people are saying that she's better than him. I hope that's not true, because I want him to stay the champion, because he's on the mercs right now. But yeah, now she's playing John Hoey, who has proven himself very much in his match against another quirky merc, Eric Whiteley. If only Eric got his 5-pointer correctly. He missed by just one letter, which just shows you how tough the Star Wars division is right now. And Nicki definitely has a mountain to climb here, but I'm willing to bet that she's good enough good enough to do it. I mean, John Hoey, like I said, he's scary. He's from the dungeon, and the dungeon is looking pretty scary this season. But right now, especially after Collision, the quirky mercs are slowly climbing up the ranks above them. So, yeah, I've been saying a bunch of nonsense. Let's just hope that my answering capabilities is better than my ways of making a promo for the match. I don't know. It's a Star Wars match, so I will be participating myself and hopefully getting some questions correctly. And, yeah, let's just start the match before I completely lose control of who I am. Here we go!
Back to the movie trivia Schmoedown alongside Andrew Guy. I am merely Mark Ellis, and you know, Andrew, if you have the blue lightsaber, I will take the green Return of the Jedi lightsaber. Of course, we are talking about Star Wars, and what a special matchup we have, because John Hoey is taking on a Dimalanta, that being Nicki Dimalanta, making her debut in the league, and particularly her division, the Star Wars realm. This is going to be a fun one, sir.
I could not agree with you more. John Hoey, coming off a great win over Eric Whiteley, showed that he had some impressive Star Wars knowledge. But when you talk about making your debut in the Schmoedown, I don't know if there's many that come with as much weight as maybe Nicki Dimalanta, because of being part of another Schmoedown power couple out there. We've had a bunch of them in the past. We got a bunch of them in the league right now. And of course, Dimmy here, her partner is the current Star Wars champion. Now, I don't know about you, Alice, but if I was going up against that, it might get in my head a little bit.
It might be nice to play anybody else that is not currently in your household, and that is what Nicki is going up against. But look, we know her Star Wars prowess. She's proven it on multiple programs over the years, and so she's looking to make her own name in the movie trivia Schmoedown Star Wars division. Somebody who's done a pretty good job of that is her opponent today, John Hoey, a celebrated Star Wars podcaster for years, and he has been impressive in his play in the Schmoedown. It's not just his Star Wars knowledge, Andrew. It's how well he knows the game, how well he's able to strategize. That could play a factor in here today. Nicki Dimalanta has some catching up to do just to get to the level of John Hoey, just in terms of how many matches have you played? How many scenarios have you been a part of? I'm sure she's done it in practice. How is she going to handle the spotlight of the movie trivia Schmoedown? That's the big question.
Yeah, that's a phenomenal point that you bring up, Mark. You know, you watch tons of matches over the years and you think you know exactly what you would do in every single situation. But when you get under that white hot spotlight that is the movie trivia Schmoedown stage, the desk itself, some of that knowledge is a little bit harder to get to. Some of those moves, some of that strategy that you've practiced so much, maybe at home, maybe with your faction, can go right out the window, which is why we have two phenomenal managers here today to help guide them through a second and first match, because it's really, really important to play the game right. We know Star Wars is very, very unforgiving when it talks about knowledge, but that also goes hand in hand with how you play the game.
It is the dungeon that will be represented by John Hoey today, and Nicki Dimalanta makes her debut for the usual suspects. Look, I know when I made my Schmoedown debut, I was nervous, mainly because I wasn't wearing any pants doing a risky business Tom Cruise intro. But hey, reasons aside, it's a nerve-wracking experience, and before we have the first ever match for Nicki Dimalanta taking on John Hoey, we're going to take a look at how we got here right now.
Dimalanta does it!
51
to 50!
I cannot thank my life partner, my wife, who's been by my side every single step of my Schmoedown career. She was there when I auditioned. She was there at every single loss saying, hey, pick yourself up. We'll be back at it again. You will be in this position. I cannot thank, and I love her so much for being there for me. This title and me being here is not possible without her. Watch out for her in the Star Wars division. Just saying that. Just saying. You are, I think you're officially Star Wars competitor Nicki Dimalanta.
We'll see. Hey, Schmoedown, what's up?
Hey, Nicki.
You might be wondering, hey, who's that? And what's she doing here? And to that, I would say, good question. And then I see, like, notifications coming in. It's like, congratulations. And I'm like, for what? Oh, no. Never thought I'd compete one day. But here we are.
It's war, baby. Don't come to me for notes.
Now I'm going up against Jeff Lowe. I'm going up against Lacey Giller. No, Hoey. I'm going up against John Crash Hoey. Johnny Crash?
Did you miss me? Because I'm back, baby!
John Crash Hoey! Big win by the dungeon there.
Everyone on that team, like, we have legends of this game on the team. And even if it's just something like Dan Murrell doing his Watto impression to cool me down. I came to the Schmoedown to crash some fun into the Star Wars division. In a division full of players with the personality of a protocol droid, must compute, calculating answer. Johnny Crash is here for a good time and fun, and I have to say, there's nothing more fun than winning.
If one Dimalanta can hold the belt, then maybe the other can too, right?
And Nicki Dimalanta, you're next on my list. Now, you have a Schmoedown reaction show, so you're gonna have to react to me beating you. So you're gonna have to experience that twice. I hope it doesn't sting too much the second time.
I've been there for every missed question, every correct question, every challenge. I might be a rookie by definition, but I'm not going into this totally green. Star Wars knowledge is just half of it, but I know the Schmoedown just as much as any other competitor in this league. That's actually one of the bad things about studying with you, is because there is so many things in my brain that are like
My level
questions that would probably never be asked in a rookie level match. And I'll never be able to tell people that I know those things.
Like I said, it's not personal, it's all business. You're just next on the list for Johnny Crash to make his way through the Star Wars division.
Hopefully I score more than 0 points. But what I can guarantee you is that I am going to try my best. According to Yoda, there is no try. Oh no.
Oh, yeah. Do or do not. There is no try.
And you see that, I mean, that's why you love factions, like both the Dungeon and the Usual Suspects too, is it really feels like they rally around their competitor in different ways with different tactics, both with study and with trash talk. But you get a Sam Levine, you get a Kaiser, or whoever's going to show up in Kaiser's place, you know you're getting something pretty damn good.
I could not agree more. Sam Levine, one of the best strategists in the game when it comes to managers. John Kaiser on the other side of it, the same, in my opinion. A very, very strategic manager, but like you said, it might be someone else representing from the dungeon today. And You know, Star Wars is a place where you got to know your stuff. We'll see who has to keep up with who in regards to managers and, of course, the gameplay.
John Hoey looking to defend his turf against Nicki Dimalanta, who's about to take a first step into a larger world. All right, pal, you ready to get going here?
I'm ready if you are.
Let's do it, and now we turn it over to the golden throat of Christian Harloff.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. Introducing first,
Representing the usual suspects, making her Schmoedown debut, Nicki Dimalanta.
Hey guys, what's up?
And there is Nicki Dimalanta. The background looks familiar. We've seen the desk before, and now you are stepping into the spotlight. So I don't want to talk about anybody else in your household because this is your moment. How do you feel now being on the stage of the Schmoedown? You love Star Wars presumably your whole life. You studied it. You've been a fan of the game. You know the play. Now it's time to prove yourself. What are the nerves like? Are they more butterflies? Is more anxiety, or just an excitedness and ready to go?
It's kind of all of that. It's weird to be the one sitting here and not the one out there freaking out. So now I just get to do that here in the chair. But yeah, no, it's kind of all of it. It's butterflies because it's new, it's the first time, but it's also excitement because I don't know, maybe I get to say some Star Wars stuff that, you know, is exciting to say in front of people.
I'm going to say, pointing out the stuff that maybe Mark and I did not know, which is probably going to be every single question that comes down the pipe here. Nicki, I have to ask, you know, it is really, really exciting to make your debut. You've been a fan and a student of the game for so long. Even though John's played a match day, do you feel like you have an advantage over him because of your storied history with being a fan and a part of the league?
I am not going to say yes to that. No, I don't think I have a leg up. Because, you know, I don't like to get too big for my britches, you know. I don't think I have a leg up. I think he already has his time in the ring. He's already had that. I haven't. And it's going to be interesting to see how different it is competing from the couch versus in front of you guys. So I think he might have a little bit of a leg up, having already had that experience. So we'll see how it goes.
It may not be a huge leg up necessarily, but managerially speaking, you do have someone who has made their stake in the Schmoedown, both from a manager standpoint and a competitor standpoint. So playing under the guidance and coaching of Sam Levine, what has that been like for you thus far when you get in there and you have him in your ear? What are some things that y'all have talked about going into this match?
You know, just kind of being in the moment, having fun. It's really exciting to have Sam in my corner because
I think it's Wonder Woman.
Just a couple years ago, it's like, wow, Sam Levine.
There's definitely an R in there.
You know, he's like Mount Rushmore type guy in the Schmoedown. And now it's just like, oh, my phone rings like, oh, Sam just texted me. So it's really cool to have him in my corner, to know that he has so much history and he's such a good strategist, like you guys said. So yes, I've been a student of the game for a long time, but at least I have his, you know, in the field experience to back me up. So it's really exciting to have him in my corner.
Wow, Mark, I have been trying to get Sam's number for 4 years. 4 years. Even.
Sorry, catch up, baby.
Yeah, every time I get it, he changes it. So we are now going to meet Nicki Dimalanta's opponent.
And
her opponent,
representing
with the
record of 1 win and 0 defeats, John
Crash Hoey!
What is going on, fellas? What is going on?
You know, John Hoey, I could say that you're in the hot seat, but every chair in your place looks very, very comfortable. As do you. How do you approach going into this matchup against someone who's making their debut in the Schmoedown? Does it some ways make it more difficult? You can't study any game tape, and so you're sort of flying blind. And again, your nickname is Crash, so how do you avoid doing that today?
Kind of the same way I approached the first match against Eric Whiteley. He hadn't played either. Sometimes I feel like overthinking and trying to strategize too much can get in your own head. I got to play my game, and if I play my game I don't have to worry about anything else. So that, some knowledge, some fun. I got a full crowd here, filling the seats, and a little luck right here.
Nice.
And I'm ready to go repping the dungeon today.
Han Solo's dice.
Coming from you, John, I have to ask, you're going
Do those
up against
helmets have heads
another
in them?
player who has a big name behind
Teddy
her.
Bear's
Eric Whiteley,
drumming
obviously,
on
with
them,
Blind
just
Wave.
asking-
You're able to take
asking for a
him
friend.
down, and now we have Nicki Dimalanta, who is the partner of our current champion. How do you deal with these, I guess, titans that you are going up against early on in your career?
I think it's just one of those things where you have to realize that we're lucky to be here and doing this, and only a finite amount of people get a chance to do it. And you got to have fun when you do this sort of thing. I mean, there's a lot of stuffiness sometimes in this division. I said from day one, I wanted to keep it light, keep it fun. That's what Star Wars is. It's supposed to be fun. We're supposed to know all the stuff, but we're supposed to have a good time too. And those guys back there agree with me. But in terms of facing Nicki, I'm facing her just like any opponent. I'm expecting her, just like almost every Star Wars player, to be almost perfect here, and you have to prepare that way, and that's what I've been instructed to do down in the dungeon, training constantly, and just here to try to put some more points on the board to stretch out our first place position.
Well, in the spirit of keeping things light and fun, your hat, is that a reference to the UNLV Running Rebels or the Ole Miss?
Well, it's actually my high school varsity baseball hat. We were the Rebels, so I'm still wearing it to this day. Somehow it still fits my growing dome, and here we go. But I do respect both those other teams too. But yeah, high school varsity Rebels. A lot of people think it's a Star Wars hat. It fits.
I did.
And it's good luck, so we're going to go with it.
John Hoey flexing on both me and Mark Ellis over on JV. We didn't get anything.
I'm pretty sure I just heard John Hoey, not so many words, Andrew, call us chubby heads. So we will now move on to meet our opponents and competitors face to face. And there is Nicki Dimalanta and John Hoey, Dimmy and Crash meeting face to face for the very first time under the movie trivia Schmoedown spotlight. And now it is time for the rules of round number one. This is a Star Wars match, meaning 10 questions from 10 different corners of the Star Wars galaxy. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing. At least there isn't in round number one. Andrew or myself will ask the question to the field. You have 15 seconds to write down your best attempt at an answer. Once we ask you by name or nickname, please show what you wrote to your camera. At the same time, you verbalize your attempt into the microphone. I'll remind each competitor of your 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. Named for famed Tusken Raider JTE. That's your repeat. If you're not sure you heard a question right, you want to buy yourself another 15 seconds, use a JTE rule. You also each have one challenge you may utilize at any point throughout the 3-round match. Some of the team's fishy, didn't like the way a question was ruled. Use a challenge. We'll bring in managers. We'll all deliberate to our heart's content. It will ultimately be your manager that confirms and ratifies if said challenge is taking place. So with all of the rules out of the way, I will first ask you, Nicki Dimalanta, are you ready to get going in the movie trivia Schmoedown?
Sure.
And John Hoey, are you ready to get this baby underway?
Never tell me
The odds.
Then
let's get ready to Schmoedown!
3 rounds in the Star Wars division. Starting with 10 questions coming your way right now from the entire galaxy that is Star Wars. You're going to begin with the Rise of Skywalker for 1 point to start this match off. Dimmy and Crash. In the Rise of Skywalker, what is the name of the mine overseer that transfers a message to R2 to help the Resistance?
This movie came out in 2019, so I don't believe you've seen it. So, I don't know if you... 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Check it out.
Pens down. We're still giggling because it's early in the match. Let's go to Dimmy first. Did you have it?
Julio.
Bulio,
She is 1 for 1 in her Schmoedown career. You can retire now if you want to.
Oh, got it.
We also go to
like that.
Crash. Did you match Nicki?
Julio from A New Ally.
Easy answer for them. Andrew and I are already out. Your next category is Who Said It? These are Star Wars quotes and quotables in a galaxy far, far away. And the question for a point. When Padme tells Anakin that she thought love was forbidden for a Jedi, he answers that attachment and what else are forbidden? Need that specific word.
I wore my glasses so I looked smarter during this match.
Now, do your glasses still fit your head from high school, or is John Hoey going to make fun of us more?
Damn
Look,
it!
and JV was sick.
I was gonna say attachment.
3.
Let me get a repeat.
Oh, I think I got that in first. Sorry.
I heard Nikki's first, so we're going to honor her JTE rule. You still have all of yours. John, who said it? When Padme tells Anakin that she thought love was forbidden for a Jedi, he answers it attachment. And what else are forbidden? Looking for that specific word.
I have a pretty big head, Ellis, and it's crazy that thinking back to high school, I was even self-conscious about my head size.
I just want to get
big hats. It was embarrassing.
4, 3, 2, 1. I just want to get to school on time. Let's go to John Hoey. Did you have it?
Hatred?
Devotion?
Devotion is incorrect for a 1-point lead. Nikki.
Possession.
Possession is correct for a point,
Whoa.
and Dimalanta takes her first
a
lead
tough
over
round
Hoey as
one
we zing
question.
it over to planets and locations for the next category.
That's right. Planets and locations for question number 3. What is the name of the region of the planet Bespin's atmosphere that was breathable to humans, where Cloud City was located?
Are you sure these are round one
All
question?
news to me. I need to rethink my vacation.
I had to Google every single one of these answers today just to make sure that, checking my bases, and I have no idea what any of it means.
2.
Repeat.
All right, John Hoey using his first JTE rule.
From planets and locations, Crash, what is the name of the region of the planet Bespin's atmosphere that was breathable to humans, where Cloud City was located?
I like that you're keeping up with PJ Campbell and the writing staff, just keeping them literally on their P's and Q's.
They are incredible, like absolutely incredible. I know PJ pays me to say that, but I actually mean it.
3, 2, 1. The crypto is in the chain. Let's go to Nikki.
I said life zone.
Life Zone is correct. Does John Hoey have it?
No, I put Tabana.
Tabana.
Tabana's
and
the
so
name of
now
the gas.
it is
So why
3
would it be
to 1 in favor
breathable?
of Demi? So we go to the next film, in this case, in the Star Wars universe, called Attack of the Clones, Episode 2. And the question for a point, in Attack of the Clones, Dex says that he thinks Jedi would have more respect for the difference between knowledge and what?
Okay, finally a question that's gettable.
I feel like if I got asked an Attack of the Clones question, I would just start sweating profusely. It's the one I know the least.
4, 3. You mean you're not already sweaty like me?
It's a
2,
rough watch.
1. Hands down. Honesty here on the
It's
show.
part of the
Let's go to
question.
John Hoey first.
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
You put wisdom, and you were wise to do so. That is worth a point. He cuts the lead to 1. Nikki
Wisdom.
also
Whoa, I
had
actually
wisdom,
spelled
so it's back to a
wisdom correctly. I
2-point
didn't know that.
advantage for Dimalanta.
That's right, 4-2 with Nikki in the lead
4
as
to
we get
2.
to question number 5, coming from Solo, a Star Wars story. Who is the only character mentioned by name in the film's opening title scroll?
So they did do some sort of scroll for. I don't know if did they do one for Rogue One, or was it just, hey, welcome to the movie?
Mark, I was actually told that there was going to be no questions for me about Star Wars
4.
during this match.
3, 2, 1. We're just friends talking here. There's no points.
Right, right.
Let's go to Nikki, who is hoping for points.
Lady
Lady
Proxima.
Proxima.
That is correct. Does Hoey have it?
Lady Proxima.
Yes, he does. He maintains a 2-point distance. He's still looking up at Dimalanta's lead, so we go to The Force Awakens, Episode 7. And the question, Rey says, I didn't know there was this much green in the whole galaxy after she arrives on what planet?
All right, be honest, Ellis. Did you cry when this first trailer for this film came out?
Cry is an understatement. I wept like a baby in the Charlotte airport watching it.
Oh, I heard about that incident.
3,
Oh, yeah.
2, 1. TSA accosted me. Let's go to Hoey first.
Taco Dana.
Taco Dana.
Taco Donna's correct, and
Hey,
Nikki,
well, I actually wrote Taco Dana.
she remains
As in
perfect. It is
taco.
6-4.
My friend
Hoey
from
having
that
a good
show
round
that
one,
I'm
but
sometimes
Nikki is
a
the
guest
story
on.
here. She's looking to maintain perfection with question number 7.
That also
Yeah,
features
here we go.
Gold
Question
Leaf,
number
just
7.
saying. Watch
comes from
that
the
show. Let's
category
talk
of
about
who
Star
said
Wars.
it.
On
Which character
Schmoedown.
said many Bothans died to bring us this information?
Bothans!
No, I get
Bothans!
to correct you. It's Bothans. Yes. Ellis goes up 1-0.
I like almost said it right, but then I got in my head, man. This is why I don't play anymore.
5, 4. Andrew and I have our own game going.
Bothans.
3, 2.
I love that they're both
One.
just looking at us like the idiots that we are.
Hands down, and you'd be right to do so. Let's go back to Nicki first.
Mon Mothma.
She had it to maintain perfection, and Hoey to stay 2 behind.
Thank God there's not points for handwriting. Mon Mothma.
We would all lose the Lady Justice in that case. So it is 7
That is true,
to
yeah.
5. 3 questions remain in round 1. And your next one is in the category of vehicles, weapons, and technology. And the question. You'll see the SW-0608 Zeta class heavy cargo shuttle in which film?
Oh.
Yeah. I'm going to go do a lap around my apartment.
Trying to
Can't
improve
even
my
come up with anything
penmanship
clever
here.
to say.
4, 3, 2, 1. Thank goodness I did not use a JTE rule. So let's go to Crash first.
That would be Rogue
I
One.
said the Last
That
Jedi.
would be Rogue One. Did Nikki have it?
Rogue One.
She does.
Oh,
It
she
is
actually wrote the
a
whole
very
time.
well played match for both of these competitors thus far, Andrew. 2 remain in round 1.
That's right. While it's impressive to be perfect, it is also very impressive to bounce back after
part of the movie
misses. So
that
here we
that
go. Your
cargo
second
ship
to last,
appeared?
your penultimate question from round number 1 comes from the category of A New Hope. In A New Hope, when R2 and C-3PO are first introduced, there is another 3PO series protocol droid behind them. What is its name?
Oh, that is a heartbreaking story. It's like 15 feet from stardom, you know? You were almost that close to being the droid.
We could be talking about you right now.
4,
I'm split
3,
between 2, but I'm pretty
2,
confident in my answer.
1. Pens down, and we go to Dimmy.
K3PO?
U3PO.
U3PO is correct, and does Hoey have
dang
it?
U3PO.
Still drinking at the Mos
Was
Eisley
it a
Cantina talking
K3PO
about
or
what could have been.
R3PO?
We move on.
Best
That
of,
was-
protocol droids.
U3PO.
Your final question in round 1
what
for a
was
perfect
K3PO?
round for Nicki Dimalanta
Bestie?
in her debut match.
R3PO
Here's
was
the
on
question
Hoth,
from the
I remember
category
that.
of Revenge of the Sith. We need you to name one of the 2 characters played by actor Silas Carson in the film. Please do not name both, just name one. They like to show off their knowledge, these Star Wars competitors.
I thought you were making us feel better by not knowing 2 of the wrong answers, and now it's just
That
1.
5, 4, 3,
I have no
2,
idea.
1.
So I
Pens
just
down.
went
We're
with a
going to
guess.
Crash first.
Masamida?
Kiadi Mundi.
Kiadi Mundi, Nick's cousin, is correct. And how about Nicki Dimalanta?
Great minds. Kiadi Mundi.
We also would
Four
accept a
minds.
Newt Gunray. That is correct.
He
And it is a
played
perfect
Gunray?
round in her very first Schmoedown
Okay.
appearance from Nicki Dimalanta. She finds herself winning by 2 over a very game Crash Hoey. And so, Andrew, now Nicki will have a bonus question just for her. Nicki, you don't need to write this one down. You can simply answer within the 15-second period whenever you feel comfortable. The question is also worth a point.
Okay.
And Dimmy, to extend your lead to 3, your bonus question: which Star Wars film won an Oscar for Best Sound, as well as winning the Special Achievement Award?
The Empire Strikes Back.
I don't even know if I finished reading the question mark. Give her another point. She is perfect right now, 11-8, a 3-point deficit as we leave round number 1.
It is a 3-point advantage for Dimalanta over Hoey as we veer into the wheel
That's a
round,
rough
the wheel of
match.
fate, doom, and destiny. Each competitor gets a spin at
I'm
the
on
virtual
4.
wheel. Once they settle
That's
on a
how tough
particular
these
realm,
questions are getting.
5 questions emerge to that competitor. Each question's worth 2 points. No penalty for missing a question. However, stealing is available in round 2. So if you're not sure of the answer, you can ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer, we hope. And at that point, the value of the question recedes to 1. All right, so 2 JTE rules remain for each competitor. They each used 1 repeat in round number 1. So the choice goes to Nicki. Nicki, would you like to spin the wheel first or defer to your opponent?
I think I want to defer.
She's going to
Let's
defer, and so that
defer.
means we'll say goodbye to the perfect Dimalanta for now and bring in Hoey's manager, whoever it is.
Oh,
Hey, man!
hello, friends.
What's up?
I want to
yeah.
talk
Guys,
about
though.
Star Wars. I've seen them a few times. They're pretty fun. A lot of laughs. How you feeling here, John?
Good. Yeah, Hayden Christensen quotes sometimes put me to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So
I told you were playing Nicki Dimalanta. I forgot to tell you you're playing PJ Campbell.
yeah.
That Alderaan question was, it's or not Alderaan, Bespin question. That was impressive. So,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
you had a couple tough questions there. That's not how the rest of this is going to go. You obviously, you know tons of Star Wars.
Yeah,
so,
man.
I mean,
You're all right.
the key is I think we're having a fun match here. Even the hosts are having fun. And I don't know if they always have fun with Star Wars. This can get a little pedantic at times, I think, with the
It gets stuffy
verbiage.
sometimes. It gets like
It's a little
robotic.
stuffy in here.
Yeah.
So let's spin this wheel. Let's find something that you like here.
All right, let's do it.
The wheel is up, and round it goes. Hoey thinking hard, trying to spin it with his mind.
With the Force.
Round and round it goes. Look at all of those glorious Star Wars movies.
Oh,
come on.
Andrew, it has landed on
Oh.
opponent's choice, which means the usual suspects will determine what his round 2 category is. So we say goodbye to the dungeon and welcome in Sam Levine and Nicki Dimalanta.
Hey,
It's
Sam.
Sam Levine. Hello, Sam.
Sam.
Oh, hello. Hey,
up?
Nikki.
Hi, Sam.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
You are perfect. You are doing so well. I am so proud of you right now. But that's not what we're here to talk about.
That's
What
right.
we're here to talk about is what we would like to give your opponent.
Yes, that is true.
Now, I know all of these inside and out. These are my
Oh,
favorite movies. Every one of
100%.
these categories resonates with me.
Mixed Bag is my favorite.
I'm
movie.
just curious, what were you thinking?
you know, she, like,
I love her.
I mean, I don't know what movies John likes and doesn't
I
like.
don't know what he doesn't like either. So what's
You
your
know?
favorite?
Let's just give a
If
mixed
you could pick
bag.
any slice. Which slice
Or
would you like?
planets and
Well, I
locations.
don't know if I. Well, I mean,
You need an answer in 15 seconds.
apart from that, sidestepping that question, I'm thinking maybe Mixed Bag
I like mixed bag. Mixed
Or
bag.
the,
You never know what you're gonna get.
or Planets and Locations. What do you think?
Yeah, that's what I say.
I think mixed bag. It's an even mix of nonsense.
Sure, let's do Mixed Bag. Why not?
You just called
Yeah, I
your favorite
think-
movies
I think-
nonsense? Okay.
Planets and locations
bag
is a
is
little
the
easier
answer.
than mixed bag.
All right, so it is
Mixed
Mixed
Bag, you literally
Bag
never know
that
what you're gonna
Nicki
get.
is saddling onto Crash Hoey here. Mixed Bag could be from any corner of Star Wars knowledge. Still the 5 questions, 2 points per question unless you need the aid of multiple choice. Administering your Mixed Bag questions, reaching deep into that bag because he has longer arms than I do, is Andrew Guy. He proved it to the park once again this morning. So, Andrew, the first of 5 questions for Mr. Hoey for 2 points unless he needs multiple choice.
I was there, and here we go. Coming from the category of Mixed Bag, 5 questions coming your way, Crash. In Return of the Jedi, what is the name of the song that the Max Rebo band is ordered to play again by Jabba before he dropped Ula into the pit?
Jedi rocks.
Give him 2 points.
Yeah,
Great way to start
Jedi-
off his
Dang
round
it!
2
I
in
thought Jedi
Mixed
Rocks was in
Bag.
Force
your
Awakens, but
second
no, it's
question
this
here,
it's
Crash.
this movie. It's something else
category
in
of
Force
Mixed Bag.
Awakens. Dang it!
Who replaced Captain Panaka as Senator Amidala's head of security in Attack of the Clones?
Tybo? I don't remember his full name. I think it's Tybo.
Captain Typho.
Typho. Typho!
Didn't even know he was in
Dang
the
it!
movie. That is correct
Dang
for
it!
2 more points. And now we see ourselves with John Hoey in the lead, 12-11.
2 questions I
We get to
should
your
have
third
known.
question in round number 2, coming from the category of Mixed Bag. Which famous songwriter co-wrote the song Leto Hey with J.J. Abrams for The Rise of Skywalker?
Is it Shaggy?
That is incorrect. And now for a 2-point steal, Nicki Dimalanta from the category of Mixed Bag. Which famous songwriter co-wrote the song Leto Hey with J.J. Abrams for The Rise of Skywalker?
I'm gonna say Lin-Manuel Miranda.
A big 2
Really?
point steal
I
for
was go-
Dimmy
I mean,
here
I know
in round number 2.
Lin-Manuel
and she goes
also wrote
back on top.
the song from The Force
13 to
Awakens.
12,
I wasn't
but John,
sure
we
if
are
it-
sticking with you.
Wow.
You got 2 more questions to regain that
I'm
lead.
rusty.
Here you are, your
I'm
penultimate
really
coming from the category
rusty.
of mixed bag. Which prequel character said, "Those Tuskens walk like men, but they're vicious, mindless monsters"?
Klieg Lars.
Back on that
Finally,
horse,
I get
2
a
more
question
points to
right!
Crash John Hoey here.
What is
Back
with
in the
me
lead,
today?
14
I'm
to
really off
13.
my
John,
game,
your
people.
final question, coming in the category of mixed bag. In Solo, when we first meet Beckett, he's posing as an Imperial soldier. Based on his uniform, what is his rank, which Han points out to him?
Captain.
Colonel?
Captain is correct for 2 more big points. Crash back on top, 16 to 13, but now it's Dimmy's chance at
Nah,
that
he's
wheel.
mad at
Alice.
himself for
As you
missing
noted,
that
a
question.
huge recovery from John Hoey. We saw him pull up and answer questions that were clutch late in round number 1. He does the same here, but not before giving away 1 steal, capitalized on by Dimmy, and now Dimmy does get a proper spin at the wheel herself. But not before she's joined by her manager, Sam Levine, again for 60 seconds
Sam.
of...
Oh, now I
chit-chatting.
get it.
What are you doing here?
I am
It's
so proud of you right
Force.
now.
That's what's written
I
on her
thought,
shirt.
Oh well, mixed
Force.
bag. They
It
were
was
all in his
killing
wheelhouse.
me this entire time.
2
Oh, yeah.
point steal, not a
Force.
1 point steal.
I love the shirt.
2 point steal. It is a 3-point ball game right now, and you have the ability to put up 10 points right now. So I'm just saying the math
she's
is on
playing
our
perfect
side.
so far.
This is why you go second. The math is on our side. If you are unsure, don't risk it. Go to multiple. It will
Yes.
minimize the points that can be stolen. And as you approach the end of your round, if you're unsure, go to multiple. Make sure we do everything we can to maintain that lead going into the last round. But right now, you are playing what they call a perfect game.
Hey,
So-
wow.
So you don't need to
That's
hear
what I
from
said.
me. You are perfect on your own. You want to spin that wheel?
10 more seconds.
Let's spin that wheel, Andrew Guy.
I feel like part of the show.
Sensing Andrew's impatience with this.
10 seconds, guys. Make it quick.
I just try to make sure you get all that good advice in.
I was ready to run through a brick wall for
Force
Sam, and it looks like
Awakens!
Nikki is going to have the option of taking The Force Awakens. 5 questions in that category. Dimmy, does that sound good, or would you like to spin that wheel one more time?
I like The Force Awakens.
You do?
Yeah.
You want to
No,
stick
it's-
with it, or do you want to
it's-
spin the
Saw it
dice?
5 times in the theater.
I say let's stick with it.
Stick with it. I like where your
Yeah.
head's
That
at.
is.
She knows
Yeah.
what she knows.
Yeah.
going
Why
for.
not?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right, so despite the fact I no longer trust Nikki's manager that he actually does think the Star Wars movies are his favorite, we are going to have 5 questions from the world of Force Awakens for Nikki
Like I said, she has
Dimalanta. Keep in
Force
mind, any question she
literally
misses
written
can
on
be
her shirt.
stolen by her
So-
opponent, John Crash Hoey, waiting in the wings. 2 points apiece unless you need multiple choice. Nikki, are you ready for the Force to awaken?
Yes.
All right, then your first question of 5. In The Force Awakens, according to the opening crawl, Leia is desperate to find her brother Luke and gain his what in restoring peace and justice in the galaxy?
I want to go to multiple choice.
I mean, trust.
All right, your 4 options.
Wouldn't that be...
For a point, is it A, strength, B, help, C, courage, or D, wisdom?
I guess help. If it's not trust.
B.
B is correct. It was
Yes.
help for a point, and she cuts the lead of Crash
Okay,
to
she's still
2.
perfect.
Her next
Let's
question
not
in The
forget
Force
about that.
Awakens. This could possibly
She's still
tie
perfect.
Crash's lead. In The Force Awakens, what species is Unkar Plutt?
He's a Crowloot.
And a good-looking one at that. That is correct for 2 points, and we are now tied with 3 questions remaining. Nicki Dimalanta looking to put some distance between her and John Hoey before round number 3 begins. Your third question in the world of Episode 7, Nicki. In The Force Awakens, from what bay number are Poe and Finn trying to escape the Finalizer?
From.
Bay 2.
Bay 2, one of my personal favorite bays, is correct, and that is worth 2 points, and it is now a 2-point lead for Dimalanta. It is 18-16. Your penultimate question in the world of Star Wars The Force Awakens is, What type of staff do we first see Ray wielding on Jakku?
Quarterstaff?
It looked like a full one to me, but yes, it is a quarter staff for 2 points. Andrew, here's where we stand. Nicki Dimalanta has built herself a 4-point lead over Hoey. One question remains in round number 2. Dimmy, it's been an impressive, I'd say, perfect answer performance thus far. To keep it going, your final question in the world of The Force Awakens. In The Force Awakens, the first time the Star Killer-based superweapon is used, it destroys an entire system of planets. What system is it?
The Hosnian system.
The Hosnian system.
RIP to all those that we lost. That is correct.
Yeah, they killed Martha Jones!
16, and so it's a nice lead for Dimalanta going into round 3, Andrew, but we've seen before, 6 points is not a safe advantage when you have a player of Crash's caliber with round 3 to go.
No, sir, it is not. As we get into round 3, 10 points available, and we all know how tough it gets as we progress through the round and how unforgiving Star Wars is. As a division, Nicki's going to have to hang on for dear life if she wants to keep that lead as we get into round number 3.
And there are a 10 possible points, as my partner intimated, available in round number 3. We generate those points partially with your help and wisdom and strength and guidance and all those Star Warsy words. We need a series of numbers from each competitor. These numbers may range from 1 to 20. We need 3 numbers from each of you because each one corresponds to a unique category of Star Wars mystery. Your first question is worth 2 points. Your next one is worth 3 points. And if you're keeping score at home, you know the last one is worth 5 big
but he has
points.
To hit
There's no
one
penalty
of
for
them
missing a question.
plus the
And there is
5.
no
That's what I was
steals
going for.
available for round number 3. So competitors understanding the rules, we will go to our leader, Nicki Dimalanta. A 6-point lead is currently in your favor, so you have the luxury of giving us your 3 destined numbers first from 1 to 20. What do you like?
Let's do 4, 8, and 9.
4, 8, and 9 it is. Recorded, and John Crash Hoey looking for a comeback.
7, 3, and 2.
All right, they're all staying within 10, and that makes Andrew and I's life a lot easier. And so for the moment, we're going to drop out John Hoey of the dungeon and bring back Nicki's manager from the usual suspects, Sam Levine.
Sam?
Nicki!
What are you doing here?
Look at this! Look at what you're doing here! This is... And, you know, I would ask you, oh, Nicki, how do you feel? How do you feel? Oh, I don't know. I'm a fan, I guess. I don't know. Nonsense, young lady. Nonsense out of you. So here's where we are, math-wise, strategy-wise. 6 points is a tremendous, tremendous lead coming into the last round because it means your opponent will have to answer all of his round 3 questions to kick it back to you.
Not necessarily all of them, like I said.
Yes, the math helps.
He can miss
and
either
should he
2
get
or
all
3,
three, which, let's be honest, we know
to
he's
hit
a
one of
very
them
good
in the
player.
5.
I expect him to.
Oh, yeah.
You can win by answering only your 2-pointer and 3-pointer, or any combination of 2, 1, 2, and 5, or even just your 5. So you have a lot more options here than your opponent does. That's why it's great.
You do not want to get to your 5.
So I want you to take a couple deep breaths and know that you are crushing this. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm proud of you.
Pens down, Sam, filling our head with stats as the baseball man he is. Thank you, Sam. And now it is 60 seconds for the dungeon. John Hoey and Adam Witt.
John, Sam's going to throw around a bunch of fancy numbers to try and psych you out about not getting all 3 of these questions, but I know what you got in you. Don't listen to Mr. Fancy Pants with all his fancy numbers and statistics and stuff, okay?
Yeah.
You still have a very good chance of winning this. I have missed all 3 questions in a Schmoedown 3rd round before, so it definitely happens. Not just to me, but other people. So, you still got a pretty good chance here. But number 1, just shake it off. Just know what do you got? 2 repeats left? Can we confirm that?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, got 2 repeats left, and I still got some BS challenge I can throw out there to make Sam mad. So you still got that going on. How you feeling?
I feel good, man. I feel relaxed. It's on me to answer my questions now, so we'll see what I get hit with. Let's give it a shot, right?
Yeah, I think you got all 3 of these. You're going to make her answer some questions, and it's going to be fun, and anything could happen.
Round 3 is now upon us. Crash Hoey playing well, yet trailing by 6. to Nicki Dimalanta making her Schmoedown debut. Andrew Guy will be administering a series of questions to Crash. I will be asking Dimmy her set of questions if necessary. But right now, Andrew, to avoid a TKO, John Hoey has some work ahead of him. He selected number 7 for his 2-point category. What's he looking at?
That's right, Crash. Your number 7 is going to get us to the category of Revenge of the Sith. And just to remind you, you do have 2 more repeats as well as your challenge to get yourself through this round. Are you ready, my friend?
I am. Let's do it.
All right, let's do this. Revenge of the Sith for 2 points. Obi-Wan tells Anakin that he was meant to bring balance to the Force and not leave it in what?
Darkness. Bring balance to the Force! Not leave it in darkness!
Darkness.
You are my brother,
Darkness is correct
Anakin!
for 2 points.
I loved you!
Hoey narrowing the lead of Nicki Dimalanta. We are
You were
now
the
at
chosen
18
one.
to
I think I
22,
said it out of order,
which
but
means
I
we are
don't
going to
care.
stay with you, Crash, for your 3-point question. And for that, you picked number 3. Thank you so much, making it easy on me up here at the desk. That is going to get you to the category of Rogue One. For 3 points.
I gotta give myself a point for that.
In Rogue One, when General Draven is questioning Jyn Erso, name the second charge he lists on her rap sheet.
Oh, that's very specific.
Five, 4, 3.
I'm gonna
2.
guess.
Repeat.
Your second repeat for 3 points, coming from the category of Rogue One. In Rogue One, when General Draven is questioning Jyn Erso, name the second charge he lists on her rap sheet.
Illegal possession of spice? That's my guess. That's the one I'm going
5,
with.
4.
Forging of Imperial documents.
He got it for 3 big
Wow.
points, and to bring that gap
Yeah,
just
you'd
to
think
1,
that- you'd think that would be a
21
second
to
one.
22. Crash fighting back here at the end of round number 3, which he's done in the previous 2. Ellis, now it's just on to his 5-pointer.
That's
John,
right,
for your-
5 points. And we are sticking with Hoey. He can avoid the TKO and force Dimalanta into a pressure situation if he hits this all-important one, Andrew. He selected with his last number, lucky number 2. What's he facing?
Crash, lucky number 2 is going to get you to Solo, a Star Wars story for 5 points, and to send it back over to Nicki Dimalanta. In addition to Bosk, who did Val want to recruit for the train heist instead of Han and Chewie?
The Zam sisters.
Yeah, the sisters. I couldn't remember the
5 big points for John
last name,
Crash
but I did remember
Hoey.
the
26 to
sisters
22.
something.
We are going back over to Miss.
So no
Dimalanta.
TKO today.
Just an incredible performance under enormous pressure for Crash Hoey. He's got to feel good about that round. At the very least, he avoided a TKO, and at the most, he could possibly have pulled out a match. But now Nicki Dimalanta has the spotlight upon her for her first ever round 3. She now needs to answer some questions to get a win. Nicki, you selected category 4 for your 2-point question, and that corresponds to the category of the Clone Wars movie.
Okay.
You currently trail by 4. You can cut the lead to 2 with a correct answer here. In the category of the Clone Wars, what is Anakin's nickname for Ahsoka?
Snips.
Snips.
Snips is correct for 2 points, and now it is a 2-point ball game, which means Nicki can get a win with either a correct 3-point answer or a correct 5-point answer. Her 3-pointer is now upon us. She selected number 8, and the number of the legend Kobe Bryant and the great Cal Ripken corresponds to planets and locations. And your question. For 3 points and your first win in the Schmoedown Star Wars division, what is the name of the mining planet that Dexter Jetster says he spent time prospecting at?
Subterrell.
And your winner,
Nicki Dimalanta!
Dimalanta does it. Her first win in the movie trivia Schmoedown, and Andrew Guy, by the looks of it, that is not her last W because she played amazing. I don't want to borrow another competitor's nickname, but that was lights out for her and the usual suspects. We'll allow the winning faction to regroup in the green room and celebrate accordingly.
What an incredible, incredible performance, Ellis. Big shoes to fill, even though she's making her debut. And my God, did she not disappoint? John Hoey played a phenomenal game. He kept bouncing back at the end of round 1 and 2. He had a great round 3, but Nicki was lights out, as you said, through the entire match. Picture perfect with a steal. What else is there to say?
Well, you can say that Crash Hoey played amazing, especially in round 3, avoiding the TKO, but also putting a lot of pressure on a rookie. He showed his worth in the movie trivia Schmoedown. He's not done by a long shot, but I think Nicki Dimalanta just put every other Star Wars competitor on notice. Doesn't matter if you're talking about one of the new class of rookies we've had this year, Andres Cabrera, Laura Kelly. I mean, you even think about Alex Damon, or dare I say, Andrew Dimalanta. Everybody should be nervous now when they hear the name Dimmy Dimalanta. What a debut.
I mean, what a match that would be, having the Dimalantas go head-to-head, which is a possibility, being in separate factions. And honestly, when you see what she did today, who knows who the stronger Dimalanta is? And right now, we don't care about the other one. We just care about Nicki Dimalanta, who was absolutely perfect today. Yeah. My God, what a debut.
It's a thing
and
with
that's
the
the point. It was her time to shine, and wow, did she live up to the hype. Nicki Dimalanta getting a win on behalf of the usual suspects here. And now, for an exclusive interview with those winning usual suspects, we turn it over to our own hope, wisdom, and strength purveyor, Miss Jen Sturger.
Oh my gosh!
Just
how does it feel to get that first W under your belt? Like, it's so much more fun when you play the game the first and you win right out the gate, right?
Yeah. It's crazy. It's insane. It's like, what am I doing here? It's so exciting.
It's not even a matter of whether or not, what you're doing here. It's wow, I can't believe this is the first time you've been here, and you just handled yourself with such poise throughout that entire match. How does it feel though?
It's pretty surreal, to be honest, because, like, you know, the elephant in the room is probably Andrew. You know, we don't want to talk about him too much, but, like, training with him, I've always been the one asking the questions, and the pressure's not on me when I'm answering the questions, and the answers are in front of me. You know, I'm asking them to him, so it's weird to be on the other end of that.
Elephants in the sky.
How much do you think those type of study sessions kind of were in the back of your mind going, I've actually asked these questions before. I've looked at these answers before.
100%. Absolutely. There are certain things that are only in my head because I've heard him say them like 5 zillion times. So, like that bonus question, the Empire, we just talked about that today. So, you know, it definitely pays off. Absolutely, 100%.
And that should make everyone that you're going to face incredibly scared. Sam, always good to see you, especially in the winner's circle.
Thank you,
I have
Jen.
to say, you navigating a Star Wars match, I feel like you somehow become like Ted Lasso.
Stay on
you know what I mean? Like you're working in a
target.
sport you don't understand, but you're like, I'm gonna make the most of this.
You know, I don't, clearly it is not a secret that I could not have answered one of these questions, but, you know, I'd like to think a good manager is able to offer their players so much more than just the correct answers, you know, and so, yeah, just making sure she knew where she stood in the game points-wise, going into round 2, making sure she knew that if she needed to, multiple choice was available to her, and she could go to that on every question and still maintain the lead. That's the kind of thing, you know, if it's your first match, you're only focused on the questions, you might not realize that. So I just wanted to make sure she did.
Yeah, how much of her training were you just like, you got this, you don't need me, because you knew she was working, obviously, with training The other Dimalanta.
Yeah, look,
The other guy.
I mean,
The other guy.
the
This
very
is your
first
moment.
time-
I'm letting you shine here.
Yes,
you.
seriously. The very first time we did any sort of training session where we threw out some Star Wars questions, she went perfect. I will not forget it. I was so impressed. I was so blown away. And she can credit, helping Andrew study all she wants. The fact of the matter is, she also still knows the information.
Absolutely.
It's all retained in there. It's not like me reading Star Wars questions. I don't know what the hell I just asked you 30 seconds ago.
I believe you wrote in the private chat planets and stuff, which is what
Someone
I
asked
assume.
what the last category was. I said, I don't know. It was like planets and stuff. That's how it
Planets
sounds
and
to my
stuff.
brain. But she retained it all.
Aliens
and that
and
is
shit.
what a champion does. You retain what you learn. And she played like an absolute champion today. She did not miss a single question. She had a huge steal in there. I'm so confident she would have gotten her 5 had she needed to answer it. So I am so proud of the way she played. I am so proud of the hard work that she has put in and how it absolutely paid off today. And I know she has big things ahead of her.
I don't disagree with any of that. So congratulations. I'm going to let you guys go celebrate this victory. And welcome to the Schmoedown.
Thank you, Jen.
And while it looks like a superstar has been born in the Star Wars division, she's now 1-0. Her opponent, John Hoey, 1-1 with a really, really great performance here in this match. But it's really hard to win when your opponent does not miss at all.
Yeah, and you also spin opponent's choice. You get mixed bags, so you're not sure what else is flying at you. You find yourself trailing by a couple points.
But he
There were so many
navigated that
moments in this
category
match where Hoey just could have thrown his hands up and said, look, I give up. Today is just not my day. But he never did that. He showed the devotion to his craft and his ability to come back in a clutch moment. And that is going to be fearsome for any Star Wars competitor or other Schmoedown foe he might tackle in the future when they're looking across the answer desk at him. Crash Hoey with a good performance here today. And his career, by the way, is just getting started as well. And so this may not be the last time that we see Crash and Dimmy face off against each other.
No, and I love that you bring up exactly all the things that John did right, because you're not always going to run into someone that plays perfect. You really won't. I know it's the Star Wars division. You basically do most of the time, but that one question, that one miss, the ability that he had to come back into the game, never giving up, as you said, that's a lot to hold on to, because it can get very, very discouraging when you miss things that you know while your opponent stays perfect, and he never gave up. I think he has nothing to hold his head about today, my friend.
I've made a career out of being imperfect. The only perfection I know is who I'm tossing to right now, and that would be Jen Sturger, who has an exclusive interview now with The Dungeon, Adam Witt, and John Crash Hoey.
Oh, Hoey. I have to say, there was a moment in this match where I physically saw your soul leave your body. Because I was like, he knew that she got it right. And it was just like,
Yeah.
But you kept your composure throughout this entire match, and you stayed in it, like the guys said. Was there at any point, when did you think that the match had gotten out of your hands? At any point?
No, I don't. I've seen UFC fights. I've seen Schmoedown matches where you think the thing's over and it just never is. And
if you watch Nate Diaz fight, you know that it could happen.
Exactly. Yeah. Or whoever that guy with the green hair the other night was in the Conor McGregor fight, just getting pummeled in the face. That was what was happening to me. I mean, it was stupid that I answered carelessly on that Lin-Manuel Miranda one. I know that answer. I don't know why I said what I said, and I should have checked down. And then if I did that and got 1 point, and she doesn't steal, then she has to answer all 3 based on what I did in the 5th round. That's part of the game. It was careless on my part, so I got to eat that. But at no point was I like, I'm out of this, and I'll take pride in that. There was 0 chance I was going to let the dungeon lose a point, so that was never going to happen.
Absolutely. Whit, it's always great to see you back. I feel like this is a really good role for you when Kaiser needs a number 2, just because, like I said, you have a wealth of Star Wars knowledge yourself. So it's like you bring that extra level of managerial expertise to the game.
Yeah, I mean, I was always going to be managing like just whatever matches came up while Kaiser was gone, but I was like, I love John Hoey. we practice all the time. We got Molly and we train. He shows up to train Inner Geekdom for Mara and Parker, and so I mean it's Dungeon's a real tight family. So it's always been exciting to talk Star Wars with. Well, anybody that can speak Star Wars, so it's nice to know people in general.
It's your own language. It's
yeah,
your own
exactly.
language. Let's be clear.
Star
I just watched
Warsian.
that entire match and I still don't know what happened.
Yeah, it must look like a weird amount of cheering and stuff because I know instantly if John got it right, but it's like you're cheering a word like Bulio or you're cheering a word like it's like what is even happening? But so this was very exciting. I feel too much of Miwaya rubbed off on him because he missed 2 questions in the first round, gave up 2 in the second round, and then aced his third round, which is exactly what I did. I think in my last match.
It's your move. It's your move. Let's be real.
I think Molly needs to train him next time. I think too much of me maybe rubbed off this time. But,
No, come on, man.
Oh, come on.
hey, I will give John one great piece of credit. I think the funniest line in the show today was John's, which is the Pete Best of protocol droids for you, 3PO. I'm gonna call that as the best joke of the day, and that in itself is a victory because what we're doing here is silly.
Thanks, man. Little Beatles reference, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna say I'm gonna act like I understood what you just said. So
You 3PO, it's like a C3PO, but like the Gremlin version or something.
Yeah.
Pacer. It's the Pacer of 3PO.
The store brand. Yeah,
hey, Wit,
version.
still don't understand.
Yeah, America's
what you're talking
choice.
about. but anyways, I guess how do we regroup from here, guys? Because let's face it, Hoey, you're a dominant player in this league, and so I just want to know how do we bounce back from this?
I don't know. Get back in the dungeon, help Molly prepare for the tournament. That's really important for us. We don't live in the past in the dungeon, and that includes us being in first place. We still have work to do. I'm here, like Whit said, to help the whole team, as Adam is, as Kaiser's unavailable right now. We have a close-knit group, and it's a really special team, and I'm here to support everybody. Who knows what my future is the rest of this year, but I know for damn sure I'm here to help everybody as best as I can to get us a championship. And I'm already looking into whether I can put kegs on commercial flights when I head out to California to hopefully celebrate a championship. So I'm looking into that. That's next.
I think they're going to charge you a little bit extra for that. Unless you go Southwest, then all bets are off.
It will not fit in the overhead. I'll tell you that right now. I've tried.
You've tried.
You would know
Not
from
even a pony
personal
keg.
experience.
Yeah, not even a pony keg. Yeah.
Well, tough loss today, gentlemen, but always a pleasure seeing both of you.
Thanks,
Nice to
and
see you.
congrats on Nikki. She played a hell of a match. I look forward to seeing what she has to do. So great job
that's the
by
thing.
her.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is like much like when I played Molly. I was like, I don't want to beat Molly. I mean, I can think the mentality of John would be like, I don't want to beat Nicki Dimalanta. I mean, look at her. She's awesome and wonderful and knows Star Wars and what a cool person. So that's tough when you face a Nicki or Molly or someone who's just like personality. It's like I don't want to beat that person. I mean, it's very tough.
Oh, you're so adorable. You're the guy that goes out there that's on one of the teams going, I hope both teams have fun.
We both win.
Bring
Go
orange
get your
slices
Capri.
to the team.
Exactly. Go get
Right.
your Capri Suns, guys. Let's nurse our wounds and let's get back in action. All right?
Thanks, Jen.
Thanks, Jen.
Take it easy.
And Andrew, it's one of those matches you'll love to call as an announcer. It's unfortunate there has to be a loser because both competitors just so darn likable. Their factions aside, you see so much knowledge and sportsmanship and just what a display of movie trivia Schmoedown greatness from both Dimalanta and Hoey, all announced by a guy who almost just cut his finger off slicing a lemon.
I've told you to put the knives down until we're off camera, Ellis. We cannot go through that. You know what? I just gonna leave it there. I couldn't agree more in the fact that this division has such great camaraderie between the players. They understand how difficult it is to perform at this level. How many times you have to watch each and every one of those movies forwards and backwards. So I do love to see the camaraderie there. John Hoey doing a great job talking about bringing his faction up in the following weeks, months, and maybe the rest of this year. But it's really hard to focus on anything other than the white hot light that is Nicki Dimalanta now in the Star Wars division, putting everyone on notice. You called her the perfect Dimalanta. I believe at some point we called Andrew the other Dimalanta. So I believe she's already made quite a name for herself in her debut.
A sterling rookie performance here by Nicki Dimalanta over a very tough opponent in John Crash Hoey. Props to Adam Witt and Sam Levine for being great managers today as well as all of you fans out there watching and supporting a division that just started out as a little fun trivia show about a movie franchise that we all love. We're still waiting for Sam Levine's results to come in, but I think we all love it. And now look at what it has become, one of the most competitive divisions, really in any sport. You can take baseball, you can take basketball, you can take football. I would put the Star Wars division right up there with any one of them. You never know what it's going to take because it's just that razor thin of a margin between winning and losing. That is the great Andrew Guy. It's a pleasure to be on the desk with you once again, sir. To all of our question writers, helmed by PJ Campbell, our hardworking team behind the scenes here at the Movie Trivia Schmoedown in Skybound, and Christian Harloff, and I know we're all excited about live events and about studio matches and about all these great things that we have to offer for the rest of this season. A lot of tournament excitement bubbling up, so there's a whole lot to check out. For more information, just go to the schmoedownlive.com. Check out the Facebook fan page, the Movie Trivia Schmoedown, and of course, that Patreon. That's how you get exclusive access to some really cool perks, including pay-per-view matches. So for everybody here, I'm Mark Ellis. Andrew, why don't you take us out and make sure you thank Jen Sturger for tying it all together.
That's right. For everyone here at the Movie Trivia Schmoedown, Skybound, Christian Harloff, myself, Mark Ellis, and of course the incredibly talented Jen.
Oh, come on. They gotta stop doing that. They gotta stop cutting them off in the middle of a sentence. It's getting annoying. Anyways, it's been a while since I've played this badly at a Star Wars match. I only got 9 points. It should have been more. A bunch of questions in there that I should have gotten. I knew Jedi Rocks, but for some reason I thought Jedi Rocks was the name of the song from The Force Awakens, which I now remember is called Jamba Juice. I should have gotten the Lin-Manuel Miranda question, because again, I knew it. It's just I knew he did the song for for The Force Awakens. I just talked about it. See, my brain's not with me tonight. I knew that Lin-Manuel Miranda did the song for The Force Awakens, aka Jamba Juice, but what is it? Jamba something? I don't know. Jabba Juice, something like that. Anyways. Clearly my brain's not with me tonight. It's 4 in the morning and I just played a Harry Potter match, so my brain was focused on that. And I'm looking at the second question I missed. Captain Typho. I knew it was Typho, but for some reason I felt like Typho was from a different franchise. So I went with Tybo. So yeah, a lot of misses on my part, but I mean, that's just me. What we really came here to see was Nicki Dimalanta make her debut in this division, and boy, oh boy, she played a perfect game. Only went down to multiple choice once, and even got a 2-point steal out of it. So it's great to see both Dimalantas having a healthy relationship with the Star Wars franchise. But yeah, I'm happy to see that she won, and she's going to move on in the division. I feel a little bit bad for John because he missed a couple of questions that he knew he should have gotten. Well, actually, only one question. No, he missed a couple of questions he knew he should have gotten. Or same thing that happened to me. But he stayed in there, and he eventually made it all the way to his 5 and saved the dungeon from a TKO, which is really all you can hope for in a situation like this when your opponent's playing perfect. So that's all I'm going to leave you with tonight. I gotta go to sleep to recharge my Schmoedown knowledge retaining banks, I should say. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. Hello again, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed this video, cause I really enjoyed making it. So if you like what you've seen here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. So until next time, guys, I'll see you guys next time.